Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tank12, how many call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks, and today we're going to be talking about the Holiday Ops 2023, because I wanted to talk about two things. One of those things is the way that they've done this event now with the resources, and why I kind of dislike the resources. And the second one is the price hike for some of the loot boxes. So, I don't want to spend too much time. My PC is currently, I'm going to be fixing it tomorrow, so I'll have to work on that. So, no gameplay for at least Saturday, probably Sunday as well. But next week, I'm going to be recording some commentaries, some reviews again, all of that good stuff. Right now, you just have to kind of make do with me talking and the screen on just some basic information. So the very first thing that I want to criticize right here, we're going to just start off right now, is that the entire event feels unnecessarily complicated. Making events complicated is something that free-to-play games really like to do, because that's how they can do their predatory monetization scheme most of the time. That predatory monetization scheme is basically dealt that, or done, so that you try to buy something, and you don't exactly know what you buy, but you buy the wrong thing, and then you kind of have to buy the other thing again because you didn't read through it, and there are a lot of things that you need to know, and maybe you didn't spend the time. So it's kind of on you, but at the same time, the company can just say, we did inform you about all of these things, so you need to buy the right thing. And, if they didn't make it this unnecessarily complicated, they maybe would not get like these accidental buys. That's the only way I can kind of, you know, understand why they did it this way. Maybe that's very cynical of me, but you know what? I think I've known Wargaming for a long time, and there's a reason for everything they do, and that also entails making events really complicated for no reason at all. So let's talk about the resources. That's the first thing that we want to cover, and it's crystal or rock crystal, pure emerald, warm ember, and meteoric iron. All of these things are completely new to the game, and they are quite important because rock crystal and pure emerald are used for decorative objects, and warm ember and meteoric iron are made for complete guest assignment. So, what are guest assignment, and how do you upgrade the decorative objects? How do you even get them? So, before we go into that, let's take a look at how you actually receive these resources. One way is through the large boxes, which is the most, the easiest way. You pick up your wallet and you spend a certain amount of money, and you're able to buy certain things. Then the other one is basically to go up into your village, daily log in. You can log in twice and you can pick up the resources, which is fine by me. You can do the daily missions, which will also drop certain amount of resources. You can go to your friend's village and two best friends. You can have two best friends. You can go to their village. You can collect some of the resources. Don't worry, they are not going to lose anything. And then you can also pet a dog, which is called Chaffee. That's why you need to immediately go to the second rank of the festive atmosphere tree. So the very first two, rock crystal and pure emerald, are going to be really important to improve your festive atmosphere level. You want to reach level 10, which is 150 points, to be able to get all of these goodies. So level 2, you have the Chaffee Dog. Level 10, you're going to have like female crew members, also at level 6, and I think at level 4. And you're going to have these terminal tokens. These terminal tokens will come in handy later on, but we're going to talk about that just in a second. So the festive atmosphere level, you'll notice that you're going to miss the experience or the discount counter for the vehicles. Usually there's always a discount counter for tier 1 all the way to tier 10, where you're going to get like discounts for the vehicles. It's still in the game, but it's in a different tree. That's one of my main criticisms. Everything has been split up, and it is done on purpose. Everything has been split up, so you have to spend more money in different boxes. That's the idea. You can obviously grind the event, but grinding the event is probably going to take a while. So if you have the patience, you can grind, but they are kind of aiming towards the players who don't have the patience. They want you to spend more money. Usually players during the festive atmosphere or during the period, they go to the shop, they buy 75 boxes. That's like a lot of money. That's already like $100. 75 boxes, and you kind of get like enough decorations to reach festive level atmosphere 10. You also have like probably credits and experience boosters at about 25%, but not a full 50 because you need to fill in or finish the entire catalog of decorations for the other decorative trees as well. That's at least the last 2 years how they've done it, but prior was different. So when you're doing this, you have to buy several different boxes, and that's the issue for me, because prior you spent 75, you bought 75 boxes, now you're supposed to be buying like more than 75 boxes for every single kind of, every single resource. That's the big issue for me personally. There are also the rewards that you're going to be getting when you're going to be checking in your friend's account, and you will also get you get some skins, you get some decals. It's all nice and dandy. So we have two operatives and two people to get missions from, Arnie and Mila Jovovich. I hope I pronounced the name right. Both of them have different 2D styles, and they have these assignments. These assignments you will get the permanent bonuses from. If you have both assignments fully filled in to 10 and 10 on Arnie and Mila's assignments, you're going to have the permanent bonus of 50% on credits and 50% on experience. This is the issue that I have. You have to have the other resource. To be able to get the assignments, you actually will need the War Member and the other Meteorite Iron resource to be able to do these things. That's the big downside for me personally. That's where I think there's a very large hook, because Wargaming want you to spend more money. And I think that's a bit of a very big downside, and I really dislike that in my personal opinion. Moving on, you also are going to be able to, get like different styles. You're also going to be able to do like challenges for Arnie as well, like small challenges. And then you're going to have the missions for Mila. So basically you've split everything up, but thankfully this time around you do not need to have a resource, but you basically just do these missions. And when you've done these missions, you reach level 28, you're going to get Mila at level 27, I think. And you're going to get these tokens. You're also going to get the researchable discounts for the vehicles. So if you move down further, these tokens can be used in the gift terminal. And this is the very first thing I like, because the drop chance in this token or in this terminal is that you are going to be able to get an object to a 3 for rent or permanently. Now, I much rather would have seen it for permanently without the rent option, but I don't know. I don't think that there is an option that you don't get the vehicle permanently if you're lucky once more, if you already have it as a rent option. Just do not sell it. They do explicitly say that you should not sell this vehicle if it is for rent. You can still restore it through the recovery tool, but don't sell it because you're not going to get it again. But this is pretty nice, because this will allow players who maybe will not spend money in this, but are still going to be able to play this event, to get tokens and get a chance of maybe getting a tier 9 premium tank for free. I like that, but I think the rent option should be left out. The permanent option should be the only one available. I think we have earned that much after 11 years of service. Holy crap. Yeah, I think my mouse just froze. Oh, it's back. So right here, this is the vehicle. It's nothing too special. It's a tier 9 Russian medium tank with 100 millimeter gun, I think. Maybe it's a bit larger. It has bad dispersion values. It doesn't have the best reload time. It has decent armor though, and is really well protected, especially I've played it against it, and this guy was just side-scribbling in front of me. I wasn't able to do anything against him, and it has decent mobility, so it's not too bad of a tank, but it certainly isn't like one of the best tier 9 premiums ever. Now moving on to my second problem with this year's Christmas sale or Christmas event. You can see these boxes. They cost a whopping 107 Swiss francs. Now, this is the European store, and I'm not sure why the European store is actually more expensive than the NA store. Maybe it could be the conversion rate, but the European store is actually way, way more expensive. So I've heard that players now spend 20% more money on these boxes because they've increased the prices. Prior, you were able to get like 100 boxes for 99 euros. Now you have to at least spend 150 euros if you're going from the Swiss prices. That's a pretty large step up in a very short period, especially during a period where there is a crisis, where there's a war, where, you know, the economy is not doing too great. And I think that Wargaming should probably ease off that a little bit, because in the end, we're still the paying customers. Let's take a quick look at the boxes. Let's take a quick look at the vehicles. So this is what you can get. You're going to get the resources, you're going to get the gold, you're going to get like the credits. There's also a Redshire cat, which has a 10% drop chance, which I think shouldn't be inside of these boxes because it's taking away 10% of chance. Like, why the hell did they add a Redshire cat? It does give you a mission with a style, but I don't really care too much about it. They could have just added in like the dog and put it into the festive tree, you know. About the vehicles, the Iron Arnie, the Char MLE 75, the BZ 176, and the Vipera and the AMBT. Now, one of them is a tier 9, it's the Char MLE 75, and I think it's the only tank that really interests me. I know that the BZ 176 seems to be like one of the most annoying tanks I have seen in a long, long time, because it has like really good armor at the front, and oh my god, the high explosive shell is annoying. I've been penned by this thing in just 3 games. Every single game I've been penned by this thing frontally in my Chieftain prototype. Not a lot of fun. So yeah, for me personally, that's like the highlight. 2.4% chance to get these, so it's not that high. And finally, you also have the chance to get some very dirty, light, small tier tanks, low tier tanks. The Panzerkampfwagen 38 H735, which is like basically tier 2 mouse, very disgusting tank. The SU2 122, which is a tier 5 double barrel tank, which is the most interesting looking one, and the one that I would personally be the most interested in. And then you also have some really cool styles. The Jupiter Fulgur is a cool style, the Sleipnir is a cool style, the Asterios is a cool style. No, Asterios isn't that cool of a style, to be fair. The Levant is a cool style. Now, I've heard not everyone is getting these styles. It's quite difficult to get the styles, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be opening cases or not. Now, the thing is right now, personally for me, I still have a PC to finish, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying any loot boxes. I have not spent money in World of Tanks for the last 2 years now. More than 2 years, 2.5 years, I think. And I'm not sure if I'm willing to spend money on this game. I'm going to be playing it for now, free to play, but I might eventually buy the loot boxes. I'm going to be quite straightforward with you because I need the gold. And then if I want to grow my channel, I want to be able to report to you guys the newest things that might be interesting. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. We're going to see. I think it could be a possibility, but I'm not going to go that far right now. So, having talked about all of that, let's wrap this video up. Tell me what you guys think, and I see you guys on the next video. Until then, enjoy, have a good time, have a blessed holiday period, even though it hasn't started yet. But I know that this year has been tough on a lot of people, and hopefully the Christmas spirit does carry over, and we're going to have some good games, and we're going to have a much more quieter 2023. I think that's probably one thing that people would like to have. So, see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good one.